wasn't allowed to enforce that rule about making people pay against their will.
Yeah.
So obviously no one showed up dressed like an utter dick except me and about 2 other knobs.
What disappoints me is that for a man who was a self-confessed aspiring comedian, you chose the least funny thing in the world to dress as.
Yeah.
Clowns are anti-comedy. They suck comedy out of the room. It's no.
You're right, and this is from a man who wanted to dress as Hitler at the Golden Globes.
No, that's funny.
He knows funny costumes when he thinks. But you were saying about the guys who bother you in the street. Did I tell you that when I pretended to be foreign to try and get out of that? Did I tell you that story?
Amazing.
Because a technique I used to develop at university was whenever people bothered me in the street, I would pretend to be sort of generic foreign. I can't really do a foreign accent, but I would just be like if someone asked for directions, I was always worried about giving them the wrong directions, so I would just, sorry, I don't really, how you say, it's just kind of vague foreign.
Brilliant.
And I've periodically used this method throughout my life, and not so long ago a guy stopped me with one of those charity tunics, and I sprang into my old trick. I was like, sorry, I don't.
An elderly Russian woman.
I don't know what voice that is. I don't know what accent
it went from vaguely French to sort of Eastern European beggar.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And the guy, and I was like, I don't. He was, well, just let me explain to you about. Sorry, I'm not from. And the guy,
this world.
Yeah,
I am from planet Snorg.
And the guy said, "Are you Stephen Merchant?"
No.
Sorry.
Not when you were famous.
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because it hadn't occurred to me. It was like a lapse of concentration.
God.
It was a lapse of concentration because
And did your bow tie spin round and you squirted in the water and ran away? That's what I'd have done.
Because it's one of those things where you don't always remember that you've been on the. It's not like I instantly remembered that.
Amazing.
So he says, "Are you Stephen Merchant?" And then you're in this position where you've got to go. Either you've got to admit what you did, or you've got to carry on the lie. And I chose the second one. So I was kind of like, I don't know who that is. What? I don't know what you. And he was like,
"Oh God,
really? You look a lot like him." I was going, "I've never heard. I don't."
In fact, you are Stephen Merchant. Freeze.
I'm always getting stopped for. I mean, there's so many charities now. Anything. I think that's the other problem, actually, that there's so many now. Years ago, a problem wouldn't have been a problem, whereas today it's someone's got this problem, someone's got OCD, and we're collecting for that.
Right.
It's not just starving people anymore; it's everything.
Yeah.
One little fault, they're out there with a clipboard.
Yeah, a lot of new diseases have cropped
Definitely.
up, particularly for these sort of rich and famous diseases that really
Weren't
third
around.
world people do not suffer from.
So I was in W.H. Smith's probably buying a Valentine's card.
Oh, okay.
So there you go, you see. So I do a bit. And
Is this the cheapest one you've got, love?
and I bought
Yeah.
I bought a big bar of Galaxy.
Oh, cheaper than a box of chocolates, but yeah, still nice.
For me, that, because they had an offer on, right? This is what I'm
Valentine's Day.
saying.
Okay, she's getting a card, isn't she?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I felt awkward because she could see that, he must have some money.
What, a big bar of
Because
Galaxy
you can
and
afford some chocolate.
Well, it was like an impulse buy thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's thinking, he's got money to burn.
Yeah.
So at first I didn't know who she was.
There's a guy over here buying a big bar of Galaxy and a small card. Yeah, follow him.
So she's there. I'm thinking she just works in W.H. Smith's.
Yeah.
Morning, sir. All right, how's it going? Oh,
Right.
have you got a minute? So I'm thinking, is it W.H. Smith saying, how often do you buy the Galaxy? Because they always do sort of surveys and stuff. So she said, you like chocolate? I went, yeah. She said, yeah, I'll have a chocolate. Right?
Oh.
Little chocolate.
Yeah.
I ate it.
Yeah,
and she goes, right, are you aware of the problems in the world? So I'm thinking, what's this? You see, they've been clever there.
Yes.
I can't say no and walk off without a bit of chocolate.
Sure.
Right.
So
Why don't you freeze? Just freeze.
We're closing up now. We're closing the shop.
So I said, there's loads of problems, I'm sick of it. So she says,
No, not yours, sir. There
So-
are some people who are starving.
yeah, and I explained to her, I said, listen, I've got loads of these charities every month. I said,
Right.
my bank account is literally, because I don't use it with a statement, it's like, Tools for Africa,
Right.
Help the Aged, Deaf Kids, There's another one.
.com, deafkids.com.
There's loads.
It's Tools for Africa when they send people like Carl over to help out.
Yeah, that is Comic Relief. Tools for Africa is another name for Comic Relief if you watch it.
So anyway, I said, I do all this. She's going, oh, that's very good of you, but, you know, we need your money as well. So she's saying, but just as much as you can afford, you know, every little helps and everything. I've been here all day. Look, as you can see, I haven't had much luck. It's not that busy in the shop, blah, blah. Oh, all right then, right? So I give her the details. She looks at the amount. She goes, right, now the options are, you can tick the £5 box, the £10 box, the £20 box, the £50 box. This is a monthly payment.
Right.
She said, will I put you down for a tenner? Forget the £5. She just leapfrogged that straight away.
Yeah.
And you can't go back, can you? Because then you feel bad.
Sure.
To sort of go, well, you've got a £5 one there, tick that one.
Yeah.
She can see I've got the chocolate, sort of wasting my money on things that aren't necessary.
Yeah.
There's people dying around the world.
Yeah.
I said, right, yeah, tenner, fine. And, you know, I filled it all out. I left the shop.
Yeah.
Spent more on that than I did on the card and the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you spent under £10 then, basically.
So I get home and everything, forget about it. I keep seeing these statements going out. It looks like Gandhi's bank account, the amount of stuff I'm giving away for charities.
Sure.
I forget about it though. Forget it. I'm doing my bit for charity. I should feel good about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, something kicks off in the world.
Right.
Ring, 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 ring. Oh. Hello, is that Mr. Bilkinson? Straight away I'm thinking, oh, who's this? This isn't good.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, it's so-and-so charity.
Right.
Are you aware of the problems in the world? I said, yes, I am. There's lots of them. Yeah, but have you heard about the latest one? I said, yeah. She went, well, I'm just calling up to say thanks for the donation that you give us every month, but it's not enough. So I said, yeah, well, I think I give enough. I said, you're not the only ones here. I said,
Yeah.
I've got 5 charities on the go here.
Yeah.
I said, you know, I've give you what I can afford.
Yeah.
She's going, yeah, but let me just tell you about the problems. There's so many people missing here. This is bad. These are dying. Da, da, da. I'm going, I know. I was told all this when I signed up, and I agreed to that amount.
Yeah.
The £10 that I said I'm happy to give you, that's what I can afford. Call some other people up who aren't giving you a tenner.
Yeah.
She goes, no, but we haven't got their numbers, you know, and we understand that you're a supporter of our charity, and, you know, just a little bit more will help. I said, listen, I can't. I've given you that amount. If you want, if it's not enough, let's stop the direct debit now.
Right.
I said, if it's not helping you, let's can it, and
Yeah.
I'll give it to deafkids.com. I said, because they're not calling up Mithering.
No.
Well, they
That's a
can.
good thing with them. So she said, no, I don't want to do that. I said, well, that's it then. And she wouldn't let it go. And in the end, she got an extra £1.50 off me.
Right.
But that shouldn't be allowed. I think they should have, like, 1 year where they go, this year, you know, hungry people.
Right.
Next year, people with a limp. Or just like they do with the China thing, with the year of the cat, year of the rabbit. It's very clear.
Yeah.
It's that year. That's who we're helping this year.
Right.
If you've got that problem, it's your year. You're going to have a good one.
And who decides?
Just have some meeting. Just have a meeting with
But who gets together in the meeting?
the,
What would be the first
charity.
year? So what would be the first year? This year.
Right, well, we'd look at it and we'd go, right, what are we hearing a lot of problems about? And someone goes, so-and-so's hungry. Go, right, are we all in? Are we in to give this lot food? And we're not just going to give
So
them
it's
food.
not everyone who's hungry. It's specific people. So it's like hungry.
Starving, people who are starving. If someone goes, oh, I've got, I don't know, what's another problem?
Adenoids.
Me kid's deaf. Well, maybe next year. Maybe next year. It's not your turn this time. We can't help everyone at once. Because that's
Right.
life, isn't it? You've got to give and take in your own life. There's things that I
Right.
want. I can't have, I do without, have something else
But there's
that's
so
more
many
important.
causes that
Right.
But
it
that's
could
what I'm
wait
saying,
20 years
Steve.
before your
Okay.
charity
I know,
comes
but
round.
what can you do then? Because we're not sorting it all out anyway.
I'm paraplegic.
Right?
Oh, I need help really bad. I'm paraplegic.
But so does everyone else.
Well, why are you giving it to the hungry now?
Because
Why is
if we
that-
don't help the hungry now,
Right.
they can't wait. You can wait.
Right. Oh God, I'm blind.
Is this a different person then?
Yeah, I'm blind.
Right, well, you're not hungry though, are you?
Well, a bit peckish.
Yeah, well,
Where's the fridge? I can't find the fridge. Can you help me to the fridge?
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll be hungry as well. I'm blind and hungry. I'm blind and hungry because I don't know where the fridge is.
who's let you in?
Carl, this is just a
Just
chaotic
order.
idea. It's
It's
a
not.
chaotic because people who are hungry, there's always going to be people who are hungry.
Yeah, but then...
You're not going to just because there's always going to be new people.
Yeah.
But I sort the problem out.
They've eaten all the food. It doesn't last forever, the food,
but
Carl.
I sort it out properly.
How do you sort it out?
Because I'll go, right, not only are we just giving you food,
Right.
we're giving you some seeds. We're giving you a pan.
What,
We're
you
giving
think they haven't
Let
thought
me
of
hear
that?
the theory, please.
Right,
Sort it out. Don't just give food. That's going to run out.
right.
Give them a proper... You see, the problem is, there's companies who jump on the back of all... Do you know when I was in the
Okay.
jungle? When
Right,
I was in the jungle,
yeah.
right? On that travel thing.
Yeah.
I was in that tribe, right? Now, some company had given that tribe a laptop because it makes them look good. They can send out a press release. Well done to so-and-so computers.
Right.
They supplied the tribe in, out at Amazon with a computer. I saw it. They were using it as a breadboard because they don't know what it is. They've got no electric. It's useless to them.
Right.
And that's what charity does.
Right.
Companies use it to make them look good. When I was there and I really needed to go to the toilet, I was thinking, tribe, I wonder what their toilet facilities are like, right? Thinking it might be better than just doing it in a hole. Surely they've built a toilet. They're not stupid people. They kill animals. They know what they're doing. They know how to cook. Surely they've built some sort of unit. Turns out they don't. They still do it in a hole. But some company had been there, some plumbing firm, and given them a toilet, right? The bloke who, the producer who was out there, he said, you'll be happy. There's a toilet round the back there. I'm thinking, brilliant. I go round there, it is a toilet, but it's not plumbed in.
Sure.
So it's just a vase with shit in it. It doesn't work, and this is what we need to do. We need to get out there and say, this is how it works. Educate them.
Okay, so let's do this then. So it's with the seeds. You're not giving her. So I'm a starving African. Hello, Carl. Have you got any food? Got any food? Got any sandwiches?
Well, I
Starving.
have, but if I
Right.
give you my sandwich,
Yeah.
there's someone else behind you, and they'll
okay.
all come out.
So what are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to help you.
How? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make you think about how to make food.
Oh, okay, right.
Have you ever grown anything before?
No.
Right, well, here's some seeds for potatoes.
Brilliant. Oh, thanks, Carl. See you later. Do I just put them in the ground, yeah?
Put them in the ground and water them.
Oh, there's no water, you dopey cunt.
There is some
No,
water.
there's no water, you dopey cunt. That's why we're starving, you dopey cunt.
Right, well, at that point, that's where I go, well, this is a lost cause here.
Right.
There's no point.
Can I have your
So
sandwich
then-
after all?
No,
or
you're
what?
not having it. You're
Right,
not having it
so
now.
not only can I have a sandwich, you give me seeds with no water, you useless, bald-headed fucking twonk.
Right, but all I've done there is made the mistake of the computer firm who's given the laptop to a tribe. It's
Right.
useless.
Right.
But there's got to be another way around this.
Go on, then.
Either move,
Right.
because every year they're going to be queuing up saying, I'm hungry, give me a sandwich. No, you're not having another sandwich.
Once again, it's utterly ill-informed discussion.
I'm just saying, there's no point queuing up every year. Do you want a sandwich? Here's a sandwich.
But Carl,
The next year, can I have a sandwich? Where's your brother? He died. It's not sorting anything. It's buying him an extra day, an extra month or something. It's
But Carl, the
pointless.
point is, like Ricky's just flagged up, is that some of these countries, the conditions,
He died!
the conditions are not there to just be able to plant potato seeds.
So what are they meant to do then? Do you think we should go out every month, every year with sandwiches? Is that your answer, like some sort of buffet, an all-you-can-eat thing once a year?
Oh, God!
You see, it is bad. I don't want to come across harsh. They've got nothing. We waste stuff here. Waste annoys me just as much.
Right.
When I see sandwich shops chucking stuff out
Yeah.
in bin bags, binning it,
Yeah.
when there's people out there who are hungry, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
Right.
It's a problem that isn't being solved.
So your conclusion for these people, because there's no water where they are, right, is move. That is your honest. They should move.
Well, what's your solution?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't even pretend to know. But
But I tell you, it's not just it's sticking a, what's that saying? I don't know, it's sort of sticking a plaster over a hole or something, and the
Yeah.
plaster comes off, it's a problem again.
yeah, that's the saying. Yeah,
It's the same.
I think that was Mark Twain. No.
Sounds more like Gandhi. If you would like to donate to Comic Relief, why not visit redroseday.com.
Oh, I've got to tell you something, Steve, that cropped up when we were at dinner the other night. Carl said the most exciting words. He said, I've had another film idea.
Wow. Does it star Clive Warren?
No, it doesn't. He's gone bigger than that.
Well,
Carl, turn the film idea.
Yeah, but you slagged it off on that.
No, I was just trying to. We were all chipping in, saying, "Well, that they're all trying to help."
No, Suzanne. You see, you had a go, and then Suzanne thought, "Oh, I'm going to have a go here as well." If I'd have told her that at home, she'd just go, that'd be that. But suddenly, James chipping in. Everybody was having a go. I didn't see anyone else coming up with anything.
Well, they didn't realise it was a script editing meeting.
Yeah, they just thought it was a dinner.
They just saying, "Oh, that
No, I'll tell you why it cropped up. I saw it. It was another thing in that free paper.
Yep.
It was something about, the way we're advancing fast.
Right.
Which reminded me of the, my film, The Love of Two Brains and stuff.
How's that? Is that being made yet? Have you had any?
And it was just saying, about how bodies can get reused. In a way, recycling is the ultimate.
What did it
recycling.
say about that though? Because you didn't go into that. What
It was hinting at bodies being reused.
When you say hinting, you saw a bit of a headline, didn't read on.
No,
And made the mist up in your head.
No, it was scientists saying in the future. It's that old thing. In the future, this is what we'll be able to do.
Do you mean like Frankenstein being reused, old body parts fusing
Yeah,
together?
but that was all different. It was like a short arm and a long leg, and that. This is a full body.
Right. So pitch the film idea to me.
Yeah.
Sell it to me like I'm a Hollywood executive. Sell me the film.
Right. Well, I'd probably tell you about the science facts there that I've read.
Okay, let's start from scratch then. Thank you so much, Carl, for coming in. We heard there was a rumour that you're dealing with a British film company about a thing with a man with two brains with a guy called Clive Warren we haven't heard of, but Rebecca De Mormay we're very excited about because she wouldn't be a lot to get, so this film wouldn't cost much.
Right. So, like I say, I've read. They're going to be sort of the ultimate in recycling. If anything happens to the brain, they can reuse the body. You've got to remember that. Fantastic. By the time this film is made, that's probably going to be bigger news.
Fantastic.
So it'd be great if it can coincide.
No, we love the fact we love this sort of research. We love this level of research. It's exciting.
So what I was thinking is, I'm picturing. Probably, it doesn't matter, it's not as fixed, it doesn't have to be this person, but I'm thinking Tom Cruise.
Okay, Cruisey, yeah.
Excellent, yeah.
And the way it works is...
Do you know Tom, by the way, or have you got an in there, or...?
No.
Okay,
but you just... I think it's a sort of film
that would appeal to Tom.
He'd sort of be into. I think it would be exciting.
Okay,
great, okay.
So... Did they order coffees? Did Cheryl get you a coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks, great.
So,
are you hungry at all? Do you want to?
No.
If you could.
We'll wait for the teas before she comes in.
She'll just sneak in. She will be very quiet. She'll be like a dormouse. She won't even know she's coming.
Okay.
You've got your coffee. I don't need tea. You don't want anything.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Go.
Actually, I will have a tea. Actually, Cheryl.
2 tea, Cheryl.
Thanks. Okay, go.
Right.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you. Is there sugar? Sorry, is there sugar in this show?
Shut the door behind you. Thank you. Okay,
go
all the way. Go.
Tom Cruise. So I got Tom Cruise. That's what I've pictured so far.
He's just done Mission Impossible 7.
Right.
In this film.
Oh, in the film.
So he's playing himself.
No, what you're seeing on the screen is Mission Impossible 7. Like I say, if we don't get Cruise, it can be Bourne Identity, and it can be what's it?
Yeah. Oh, so if we get Cruise, he is playing himself.
Yeah,
and he's just made.
And in this film, he's just made Mission Impossible 7. It's the future, is it? This.
No, what you're seeing,
right,
is Mission Impossible 7 on the screen.
So I've gone into the cinema and I think I'm going in to see Mission Impossible 7, or I'm going in knowing it's this film.
Yeah.
So I'm going in to see...
Okay, what's this film called?
I haven't got a title yet.
We'll just call it Carl Pilkington Project 2.
Right.
Okay.
So you go in, the opening thing is Mission Impossible 7, you think I've seen this?
Yeah, I thought it was just KP2.
Yeah, I'm confused.
KP2.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I came here to see KP2. No, this is not the film I came to see. I'm talking to the usher. No, this is the film. It just what you're seeing is Mission Impossible 7. I don't understand.
Right, listen. So what happens is then it sort of pans out. You see, it's a telly. There's a bloke watching Mission Impossible 7. Right, his girlfriend's watching it, going, "Oh, I love Tom Cruise."
Yeah.
He's there going, "I can't be doing with him." He's
So it
overrated.
is set in the future, though, this, because we're assuming that he's made 7, so this is a...
Yeah.
How far in the future is it?
Well, when will Mission Impossible 7 be made?
I don't know. Probably about 2 years, the way it's going.
Right, so, yeah, 2013.
Okay.
Right? And this is underway then, is it? This practice of recycling the body?
Yeah, by then it's well known that it's out there
Alright.
as scientific.
Let's not get bogged down in all. A lot of these things we
Okay.
can iron out, as I say in the script.
So you see
Developments.
Mission Impossible 7 on the
Cheryl, are any
screen.
of those biscuits still knocking around?
Do you want to do this meeting?
Yes, I do. Sorry, he's a bit easily distracted, but I will have a biscuit as well, Cheryl. Okay, I've been watching it. It's Mission Impossible 7. It's pulled out. There's a guy in his room in his lounge.
His
with
girlfriend's watching it. She's
Yes.
loving it. She's a fan
She
of
loves
Tom Cruise.
Right.
He's a little bit niggled. He wanted to watch something else.
Sure.
She decided on the DVD. He sat there annoyed. I can't be dealing with Tom Cruise. I can't believe they've made 7 of these films.
Right.
He's a rubbish actor. I should be the actor. You know, I've been doing acting for years.
But he's not an actor. He's
Well, he is.
okay.
But he hasn't quite made it.
I see.
He's in pantos. He's sending a lot of demos off, but he's just
It's
not
funny
being
because I
seen.
remember this is one of our notes to make it more plausible, this film, because you didn't have him as an actor before, did you?
Yeah, well, this is how it works, isn't it?
Right, interesting.
Yeah, well, you two don't know about that meeting, do you?
Right, okay.
So
Right.
forget
So
that.
he's a struggling actor.
So what happens is next day they get up, right?
Yeah.
She's still going on about Tom Cruise.
Loves him.
Thinks I'm sick of him. Right? She loves him.
Got my biscuits garning my tea. I left it in there too long because he
That's
put me off.
stupid.
you
Just hang on, let me just think.
twat. Can I get the spoon, please? Can I-
Yeah,
my
sure.
biscuit-
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
all
probably
gone
the
So
best.
soggy.
soggy.
Oh, that's soggy.
Cheryl, can we get some more of those biscuits in here, please?
Do you want to weigh more? Or
Yeah, I'd love to
Yeah,
hear
no,
that,
I'd love to
please.
hear more.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
conscious
Can
that Colin Firth's coming in. He's won an Oscar, so
And he's got an idea
yeah.
about a prince with a
Right.
cleft palate.
Anyway, listen. So, what happens is he gets so annoyed with his girlfriend liking Tom Cruise. He plans to kill him.
So he plans to kill Tom
Wow,
Cruise.
this is new. I've
Now,
never
this man is a driving actor. He's obviously based in the UK because he's in Panto. So he flies to Hollywood.
No, the equivalent of that.
Oh, he's based
sort
in
of-
he's based in
yeah,
America.
he's a bit part player.
Yep.
So he sees Tom Cruise. He kills him somehow. Now it's some way.
Right, how does he kill him? Because this is all new to me.
I don't want to put everything
Because
down
again,
on paper. This is
in
just
the,
a
in
rough
the original
idea.
pitch in the restaurant, Tom Cruise just dies on the set of Mission Impossible
I
7.
see, right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Right,
right.
okay.
Oh, hang on.
So
right.
he dies in the film in Mission Impossible 7. They're doing
Right.
that thing on the strings.
Right.
He cuts, he lands.
Right.
His body is in perfect condition.
hold on.
But how is she watching the film?
Film, yeah. Did they put it out even after Tom Cruise
No,
died?
no, sorry. He was filming Mission Impossible 8.
So he's okay. So
He's filming the next one.
They film the next one. And Mission Impossible. Okay, sure.
He's annoyed. He's going, I can't believe they're making more of these films.
Right.
I can't get a gig, and yet
Yeah.
they're churning this crap out.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's on his springs,
On his wires. Yeah.
on his wires.
Yeah.
An accident
Spring
happens.
sounds better. He's bouncing around.
like a baby growth. Yeah.
The strings cut, smash. Tom Cruise dead.
Right.
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 The bloke hears this on the radio, on the news.
Yeah.
The girlfriend's fella hears it on the news. He can't believe it. He's like, yeah.
Ooh.
Takes his eye off the road a little bit in the celebration. Truck ploughs into the car. Right?
So he's killed as well.
Well, is he?
Okay.
Okay.
Little interlude. Fades up. Comes out of. You're seeing it out of his eyes. You see his eyes sort of opening. You know when you're seeing out the eyes, you see the eyelids,
Yeah.
and you see his girlfriend there, sort of looking at him like a bit startled.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going, oh, what happened? And she's going, it's all right, it's all right. And he's going, oh, get me a mirror. She's going, I don't want to get you a mirror yet.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. What's going on?
You've had a bad accident.
Probably terribly disfigured, is he?
This is what he's thinking. Oh, how
Yeah.
bad do I look?
Scarred,
you know,
burned.
You know,
Yeah.
you fancied that Tom Cruise. I gone the other way. She's going, it's
Right.
all right, it's all right.
Right.
It can't be relevant though that Tom Cruise was killed at the same time. I don't need to think about Tom Cruise. I'll put him out of my mind.
Okay, go on.
Put him out of my mind.
Anyway,
What's he gonna look
all
like?
mirrors out of the room and everything. He's just learning to
Yeah.
learn to walk. He's going, why can't I look in a mirror? And the doctor's going, no point,
Yeah.
Right,
no
okay.
point. You've got to get used to this body. See, what do you mean?
It's great that Tom Cruise did a small cameo at the
This
beginning
is
of
good
this
as
film.
well because we're seeing it through the. What's the voice like, by the way? The bloke's voice.
It's the same.
Just the same as it was
Oh, is it?
earlier. So the whole thing is through his eyes. I haven't seen his face.
No.
Then He gets walking. It's
Yeah.
almost time to go home.
Yep.
His girlfriend comes in.
Yep.
It's her job to tell him the news,
Oh
the
my God,
shocking
what
news.
is the news?
She says, there's a mirror, look in there. He looks in it.
Yeah.
He's Tom Cruise.
Right.
Because he had his accident on the set. He
Yeah.
had the accident. They ended up in the hospital.
Right.
Quick, we've got to act quick. This is the time. This is the future
Right.
where they use
Where they can use
bodies, all the rest of it.
So Tom Cruise is dead.
Tom Cruise dead. This
But
bloke
it's just a
Brian.
body. His body's squashed. But what's his name? Brian.
Yeah.
But Brian's brain's in Tom Cruise's body. Just a donor body. He just happens to
Just
look.
happened to. That's how
Yeah,
it is.
it's just meat. It's
just
Tom-
like a lung donor,
exactly.
a heart donor.
Yeah.
It's
so
just
so this is
tiny.
Brian. He just looks like Tom Cruise now. He's got Tom Cruise's flesh.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Now, at first, initially, he's annoyed
But
he's
his
like,
voice,
"I hate
the
Tom
voice is still
Cruise."
the same as his was, even though it's got Tom Cruise's
It's
mouth.
got a
and-
bit of both.
A little bit different.
Who's
little
doing
bit.
it? But okay, sorry. Just practically, who is doing the voiceover then for the?
It's Tom now.
So
He's
Tom's
acting.
sort of doing an impression of this actor.
Brian's inside Tom.
His
yeah.
name is Brian, but when you look at it on the telly, when the camera wheezes round
Yeah.
and you see him sat in his bed, it's Tom Cruise.
Sure.
Right. Okay.
His girlfriend's over the moon because she loves Tom Cruise.
Right.
He's gutted because he couldn't stand him. He can't stand the films. He's thinking,
Yeah, but he
"Oh,
must be thinking, I look like Tom Cruise, one of the most loved actors of his generation.
No,
And
you
also a
think
good-looking
so,
bloke.
but he's not because he's in shock. Remember,
Right.
he's expecting to see himself, and when he looks in the mirror,
Yeah,
he's
no,
seeing
it must
someone
be
else.
shocking. Yeah.
So
Also, the voice.
he's going, I can't stand this, and she's going, calm down, you'll get used to it. I don't want to get used to it. And she's sort of saying, look, you're alive.
Right.
Stop moaning.
Yeah.
Brian, stop moaning, Brian.
Um,
She's calling him Brian, I assume.
she says,
And
yeah,
Tom Cruise just had a sort of donor card that allowed his body to be given away, did it?
Yeah, it's the future.
Right.
This is 2013, Steve. Things have changed.
Clearly.
Right. What's his
but
girlfriend's name?
Claire,
Claire and Brian. Okay, great. Just a different body, just a slightly different look.
Alright,
Just
so
like-
he's seen that he looks like Tom Cruise. He's shocked, but he's getting used to it.
he doesn't look like him. He is him.
Okay.
no,
right.
he's not him. He's Brian, isn't he?
Yeah, but to most people, it's
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he leaves the hospital.
They go, all right, Tom. I thought you were
They're all
dead.
going, it's Tom, and he's going,
Really?
oh yeah, and he's going, oh, I knew this would happen, it's doing me head in.
Are they paparazzi? Do the paparazzi
No,
think it's Tom?
No.
Let him explain, sorry, Rick, because you
so
heard this.
is
I want to
weird,
hear
though.
this story.
This is weird though, because it so he looks like Tom Cruise.
So he wheels out, he's in a wheelchair,
Okay.
he's going, I'm sick of this. The other patients are going, Tom, I thought you were dead, and he's
Yeah,
going,
right.
yeah, and he's annoyed. He gets in the car, he gets out there,
Right.
and he sees a poster up on the side of the road
Right.
for Mission Impossible 8.
It's hold on though. It's finished. I thought he died while they were filming
It's not
it.
finished. But now, these days, he's shouting about films before they're made.
Okay,
It's
right.
like Lord of the
Really?
Rings, isn't it? Yeah, they're going, Lord of the Rings is in the making. And they're going,
Wow.
brilliant, and all the hype
And
and
they put a
everything.
poster up even after.
Seems premature.
No, the poster
Yeah.
was already up. They
That
haven't
seems
put it up.
premature given that a
Well,
man
coming-
died during the production.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I've taken the posters down.
No,
but
it's
then I
all-
don't work in Hollywood.
Right.
So the poster's up there, and he sees it as he's in the car driving past.
Yeah.
And he thinks, that can't be finished.
That makes sense, yeah.
They both look at each other. This is your chance. You wanted to be an actor. This is the chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Go back to the studio. So he goes in. Hello, you don't know me? And they go, oh, we think we do. And they go, no, you don't. I'm Brian. Tom
Right.
died on your film set.
Well, they must
Presume-
know that. They must know
But
that Tom Cruise is dead. Because his family must have been
All right, if
notified.
you want to, it makes no difference. We can tweak the script.
Right. You have, because before he was a plumber, by the way. It was a plumber who was turning up going, I'm going to finish Mission Impossible 8. So that was the
I'd
best.
much prefer that. And I can sort out your lavatory.
You get the idea.
Right, no, we don't get the idea. So this is, Brian has turned up looking like Tom Cruise. He said the film company, right, who must know that Tom Cruise died on their film set. What were they going to do? When
They would
got
have
the
had to wrap it up. They would have
Well,
had
no,
to
what?
say,
You said they put the posters are up.
yes, the posters are up before they've even finished
So they're
filming it.
cancelling the film until he walks
Basically, yeah.
in. Oh, so they are cancelling the film.
They're cancelling it.
Okay, so we're afraid that production has stopped on Mr. Impossible 8 due to the death of Tom Cruise.
Hang
It's
on a
stopped.
minute.
What?
I'm Brian.
Who's Brian? Oh my God, you look exactly like Tom Cruise. Oh, have they done that thing where they put Brian's brain in Tom Cruise's body?
Yeah.
Ah, but it's not Tom Cruise. You can't act like him.
I'm
You don't-
an actor.
Yeah, but he was good because he was like one
Yeah,
of the best actors.
he's not that good. I never rated him.
Yeah, but a lot of people did, and he's
Yeah,
got
a lot of people didn't. So
Right.
let me bring in a new audience for you here. I can bring
can
a
you-
bit to this.
Right.
So the film people. So just tell me what happens. Do they sign up the new guy? They
but
sign
is
up
it in the
Brian?
news? It must be in the news that
But are
Tom
they
Cruise died.
pretending that it's really Tom?
No, they
that Tom
can't do
survived?
that. They can't do that.
No.
But they're quite
So
unscrupulous.
they've
these
told
Hollywood
the
people.
world that Brian is taking over. Brian, right? He used to be a plumber, but
This
it's
is
now.
Brian, who has no surname.
Brian has no
he's like
sense, just
Madonna
Brian.
or Cher.
Exactly. yeah.
this-
So Brian, right? Is that Brian?
But it's above the title. Brian
I
in.
bet it's Brian with a Y.
Brian with a Y
Right,
in
Brian.
Mission Impossible 8.
This won't work. Where's Tom Cruise? It's not the same.
So this, of course, gives it a boost because
Right.
The
People wanna
flagging
see- people
franchise
wanna
has
see how
been
good Brian is.
rejuvenated.
the
Yeah.
press, the news that's
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and his new film.
Well, it's not Tom Cruise. They can't say that.
Well,
Oh no, you got to say a bloke that looks like Tom Cruise.
The body
in
of
his
Tom
new-
Cruise.
Yeah.
The acting ability of Brian. In a new movie.
Mission Impossible 8, starring the bones and skin and stuff of Tom Cruise with Brian's
I
brain.
forget
Do
it.
you like Tom Cruise's face, but not his acting? And you'll enjoy Mission Impossible 8?
Can't be bothered.
Oh, Mission Impossible 8 from the people who brought you the first 7 and the hair of the bloke who was in the first 7, but with Brian doing all the lines. It's some guy I've never heard of on the 7th sequel.
No, wait, sorry, I really want to hear the ending of this movie. Please let me ask questions. You had your chance to ask him questions.
Right.
So where are we? In a sort of 90-minute running time of a movie, where are we now in the film? Are we about two-thirds of the way through?
We're close to the end. I'd
Okay,
say.
so
close to the
Mission
end.
Impossible 8 has been made. So what's the end of our movie? Not of Mission Impossible 8, but the movie you're making. What's the ending there?
Do we ever get to see him in Mission
I
Impossible
think,
8?
yeah, but I think what happens is he becomes the person who he never liked,
Right.
and it's. I just want to get across the moral that who are we? Are we the people in our body or the people we look like? What's important in life? Is it the way you look or the way you think? And he changes because he looks like Tom Cruise. He becomes the man he never liked.
But you see, to me, just from the outsider's point of view, even if I was to accept all the other premise of this movie, which is clearly horseshit, what would have been more interesting is that they don't tell the world that it's a new guy, that they tell the world it's Tom and that they've brought him back to life.
He'll have that.
That seems more interesting because
he
then
dropped
there's
the plumber.
tension. They're lying to the world, and this guy, he's getting the glory that he always wanted as an actor, but he's lying, and that's a more interesting tension. Is he going to
Yeah.
declare, actually, I'm not really Tom, I'm Brian, I've been lying to you all, and that seems like a more interesting dilemma. Instead, we've brought back the walking corpse of Tom Cruise with another man's mind. I mean,
But I think
if the
people-
whole world's accepting of that,
Yeah.
No, but you do want to see that. I think a lot of people would just want to see it for that morbid factor of my God.
yeah, but this is. You mean they want to see your film because of this morbid factor?
Yeah, this is a fiction.
This is a fiction. This didn't really happen. You mean the final act of the film is us seeing Mission Impossible 8, starring the real Tom Cruise playing just his own cadaver, and I mean it's an Oscar-winning performance from Tom. I don't know how he's keeping in check who he is.
What's his girlfriend think of this?
Who's
Brian's.
she's loving it, isn't she? Because she always liked Tom Cruise. She's over
What did
the moon.
Brian look like? Just out of interest.
He's just sort of an older looking.
Well, who would play him? Who would play him in this film?
Probably. It's got to be American. I'm not that. What's his name? The bloke who was in Cheers, probably.
Ted
Ted
Danson.
Danson.
Ted Danson.
So Ted Danson is Brian. So right.
This is so confusing because Ted Danson's supposed to be someone that we've never heard of, even though he's Ted Danson, and Tom Cruise is playing himself, the famous actor Tom Cruise, who is now inhabited by Ted Danson, who's not Ted Danson.
Ted Danson as Brian.
Ted Danson as Brian, as Tom Cruise, as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible 8. Wow.
So have you got a title yet?
No. No, I just wanted to know if you're in.
Surely the wife of Brian.
The wife of Brian.
Who's played Claire?
Well, I'm up for you. You know, that's why I've come to you. I thought
There's
you.
an obvious suggestion.
Okay, so-
Rebecca De
okay.
Mornay.
Okay.
She is so hot after The Love of a Brain or whatever it was called.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name? It's Brian. Well, that's about it for this special free guide to in aid of Red Nose Day, Comic Relief.
If you have enjoyed this, or even if you haven't, please make a contribution, big or small, to Comic Relief. You can visit rednoseday.com to do that. We'd appreciate it. Little Richard Curtis would appreciate it. He's definitely going to get an OBE at some point,
Definitely
if not
now.
a knighthood.
Yeah, give him both. Carl, look at it this way. Supposing people come to this, they didn't like The Office, Extras, me, Steve, Idiot Abroad, The Ricky Gervais Show. They didn't like any of that, but they thought, hold on, they're doing something for charity. I'll check this out. They've had a whale of a time. They've laughed at everything. They're going to go and buy all the guides, still available on iTunes now.
That is shameless. Also, I'm doing a live stand-up comedy tour at the end of the year.
You can check out the details on rickygervais.com. Just do something for charity, or not. It's up to you. So it's goodbye from me, Ricky Gervais, and thank you. Goodbye from Stephen Merchant,
Goodbye.
and from the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington, it's a goodbye.
All right.
And a big thank you to Positive Internet. Those guys make these little free podcasts possible.
Good guys.
As Bill Shankly once said, some people think football is a matter of life and death. I assure you, it's much more serious than that. The World Cup is the most watched sporting event in the world, with 32 teams battling it out for the most coveted prize in football. For the first time in history, an African nation will host the tournament this year. Seen as controversial by some, and by others as an example of soccer's ability to be progressive and inspiring. How will England fare? Which teams are the front runners, and who are the rank outsiders? To discuss the beautiful game, I'm joined by Stephen Merchant, award-winning writer and graduate of the University of Warwick.
Hello.
And Carl Pilkington, a man with a head like a fucking football. An orange one.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm finished. Cut!
All right.
What are you doing?
Try to calm my gums down.
We don't do it with water.
What do you do it with?
Trying
You
to
do it
calm your
with,
guns.
you do it with meditation and hard drugs.
What's the problem with your gums?
When I'm stressed out, my teeth know.
What? What do you mean?
Say that again.
When I'm sort of stressed out, my gums and my teeth know before I do. It's like a weakness.
So what's up? You got a toothache then? I thought you went to the dentist.
I did the other week.
Well, what's wrong with your teeth then? It's just
I
because
don't
you're
know.
stressed.
I don't know.
Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
stressed? What have you got to be stressed about?
I don't know. That's what's weird with stress, isn't it?
No.
Your body can be stressed without you realising. That's what
No, you're
kills people.
stressed. No. You're stressed because you feel stressed, and then your body gets weak because you're.
No, because I'm pretty good. I never feel stressed. That's part of my problem.
It's not
I
a
am
problem.
stressed, but I don't know about it. That's
Well,
why
that
it's,
doesn't make any sense at all.
it's number one killer.
What do you
never
mean?
get stressed.
If you don't feel stressed, how are you stressed?
But you must be stressed if your teeth
Right.
are telling
It's
you you're
like
stressed.
saying I didn't feel I had a pain, but apparently I did.
Listen,
Go on.
I was in Israel recently. I had a bag put over my head, chucked in the back of a van. Now the thing is, I kind of
Right.
thought, well,
It wasn't a blind date, by the way, and he wasn't being arrested or kidnapped. It was a training thing, wasn't it, for
yes,
kidnap
but
situations?
I didn't know.
What, you didn't know they were going to do it?
Brilliant.
No, they don't tell me anything, do they?
That's good.
So what happened then?
So the thing is, that happened. I had a panic on a little bit. Afterwards, they took the bag off. I realised everything was all right. I was calm, but my body was shaking, and that's what
That
I'm saying
doesn't
to
make
you.
any sense.
my body, as far as my body was concerned, it had just been kidnapped.
Right.
But I knew I hadn't. Anyway, football.
You know the bag they put over your head? Was it like a tennis racket cover? What shape was it?
You sure they just didn't go and thought, oh, I thought I'd just bought the world's biggest orange?
Come on, let's do this.
Right.
Soccer.
Yeah.
The World Cup
We thought
2010.
we'd jump on the bandwagon with every other fucker who's doing a World Cup podcast.
Yep.
Even though we've got nothing to say about it.
Whoa!
What?
I got a few things.
Yeah, but it's going to be so disappointing. We're going to get excited. We're going to sit down. In fact, if you're listening to this now, England are probably out of the fucking World Cup.
I disagree with you. I'm right behind the lads.
Yeah? Right, okay.
But do you remember, because I've watched the World Cup a few times with Ricky, in different projects we've been doing in the past, we've been in different situations. Do you remember when, I think the last time we qualified, we were doing a project, and we watched it together in a hotel room.
We're watching extras, right? And
We're making extras.
Making
watching
extras, yeah. And we watched it. We said, oh, I'll go into my room. I went to Steve's room. But, of course, in the hotel room, it was just like a big bed. So we sat on the bed together, and we thought that was a bit intense. So I put a line of pillows down.
But I don't understand what he was put a line of pillows between us. Now he knows I'm not going to jump on him.
No, I know.
He's not going to jump on me.
No.
But he's still terrified that some kind of paparazzi is going to sort of parascend down the building and peer in and take a photo of us. And us, before we've got time to explain that we're just watching the football, it's already printed going, well, this is clearly evidence of their game. There's no way that they could possibly be sat on a bed just as friends.
No, but hold on, though. Why were we naked? Why didn't we just pop some trousers on?
But I seem to remember that you, even though it was my room, you forced me to sit in the chair. It was one of those really uncomfortable box chairs.
I said it's weird, I can't get excited, we're having a beer, okay? So now we're drinking. Now we're drinking in bed. On the bed. No. We had our clothes on. We're on the bed watching football. But I couldn't go, come on England, with a little man sitting next to me in the bed.
Not little man at all.
No, big man. And so I just thought, let's pop the pillows down. That wasn't enough. I said, Steve, I can't do this. I can't watch football with a man on a bed. I said, so go in the chair. And he sat
So I sat in this chair, which is, for a man of my size, those tiny little crappy hotel box chairs are no good. It's 90 bloody minutes plus the interview. It was my room. I was furious.
I felt like I was, like an old rich man just waiting to die, and my little manservant used to come and sit and watch football with me
Exactly,
in the last days of my
days.
time. I'm in bed going, oh, it's gone again. He goes, all right, I'm up later. Look, Rooney's taking a penalty. No, it's gone. It's all out. I go, oh dear. So, yeah, let me clean it up. We can put this on pause. It's Sky Plus.
Let's open a window.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the most often I think football fans are very homoerotic. They're hugging each other, jumping on each other, swapping shirts and stuff. So there's nothing wrong with it being intimate watching a football game.
Yeah, but I don't think gay people do that. Gay people don't run around hugging each other and swapping shirts, do they? They get stuck in. Carl, would you sit on a bed, right, with Stephen in a hotel room, right, watching football? Okay, you're pouring each other wine and beer and champagne.
Well, no, there wasn't that music playing. There was the roar of the crowd and John Motson doing commentary. It wasn't. It's not a sexy sound at all.
What do you think, Carl? Someone said, "Oh, come to my room. We're watching football." You got there and he went.
Well, who was on the bed
That's not
first?
what happened.
Who was on the bed first?
Well, he probably got up to answer the door. So I don't know. I came in. I thought, well, there's only a bed here. We sat down. We thought, yeah.
No, but it wasn't. It was a chair.
With Ricky, he's the one who's going to leap straight on the bed and demand that you.
I just took the chair.
Well, why would you be concerned with lying on a bed next to me?
What's up with that?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Why is it
Why?
weird? I don't understand this.
Because
I changed my tune.
it's a bit weird lying on a bed with a mate just watching football.
Yeah, you don't do that when you go around a house, do you?
Yeah,
You
but that's
don't pop
because
up-
you have a sofa and things. We didn't have that in the
Yeah,
room.
but when you visit someone in hospital, you don't say, move over. You don't pop yourself down next to him, you sit on the chair next
No,
to
because
him.
you're not there in a relaxed situation for 90 minutes enjoying a game of sport. It's just a more formal environment. Because you're quite a sport fan, aren't you, Carl?
Yeah, but not in. I don't like getting into things too much because it can only be disappointing.
I've never seen him get into anything, to be quite honest.
No, I am a football fan, but I've got it now to a point where if they lose, it only bothers me for about half an hour,
Yeah.
and then I move on. Because the thing is, I'm not in control of it. There's nothing I can do to alter that team. If I could go in and say, listen, you're lazy, you get your finger out, you move up front, but it's different. But it's like getting annoyed with nature. There's nothing you can do. So let it happen. Watch it if you want, but don't get annoyed about it because it's totally out of your hands.
Interesting that Carl's team tactics also sounds like he could be directing a gay porn. You get your finger out, you get up front. You're lazy.
Oh, that's amazing. What do you think of these people, though? I love it that everyone's an expert, everyone's a pundit. You see these fat people in pubs going, well, he's lost a few yards up front. Yeah, you fucking score a goal then, fatty.
Wearing a football top.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Exactly, yeah.
They shouldn't make them for them. Shouldn't make them in that size. It should be one size only. If you're fit enough to play football, you can wear one. If you're a fatty, you're not. You look ridiculous anyway.
But what's that? That's what he was talking about.
So you were a big fat slob with his belly out in an England shirt going, I could score from there. Go on then, let's have a go.
Hey, listen, calm down. Don't be slagging off the fans, because that's what it's all about. Football's all about the supporters, isn't it? You know, let's not forget these people paid millions to entertain us. If we want to drink till we're fat and eat pork pies and then put on an England shirt, we'll do it.
Well,
That is the British way. That is the English way. That is what we won a war for.
What difference does it make if we win or lose? That's what I always look at, the end result.
How can you say you like football and then give us that argument? The
Well,
only
it's-
reason to watch football is the excitement of the challenge.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
No,
It is
and a bit
entertainment.
of skill. It's nice to see a bit of skill. And
But
go,
that,
that was
yeah,
clever.
only because it's entertaining.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, enjoy the game for what it is, and forget about it. If Fat Bob in the pub, he's got his football top on,
Just.
he gets all annoyed when England, lose.
Yeah.
What difference does it make? What difference does it make if they lose there or lose in the final?
Well,
What's the point?
Well, I'll tell you what difference it makes. I knew a Fat Bob, okay? That wasn't his name, but I'm changing the name to protect the innocent and him. And he's not innocent, right?
Was it Fat Dave?
It was a big fat bloke, right? And he worked on one of the crews that used to bring in equipment where I used to work at the Students' Union, okay? And he was massive, right? And I think it was 1990 or 1992, the Euro, right, when England got knocked out, and he went mental, and he was so angry, he went out and he wanted retribution. Okay, luckily there were no German people around, but the closest he could find was a sausage van, some poor bloke who delivered sausages, and he turned it over. He got the van and he turned it over because it was selling sausages, so he thought that's German enough.
No, well, if he's fat, he's probably just annoyed that it wasn't open.
I very excited because Peter Crouch is in the tournament. Now, Peter Crouch...
You identify with him, don't you?
I love Crouchy. He's exactly the same height as me, 6'7".
He's sort of lanky and awkward looking.
Right, but brilliant. I mean, still a very... let's not forget that he is playing in the national squad.
Yeah.
He is a striker. He's got an excellent track record of scoring for England. Admittedly, maybe not in the super top important games, but nevertheless... Tremendous.
He's like
track
your
record.
role model. He's like your pin-up.
He's a
isn't
role
he?
model. He wrote an autobiography, which I was going to call my autobiography, Tall Stories. Crouchy got there first, but good luck to him. I give it to him.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him to do that. I once got someone that came up to me in a club once and said, "Are you Peter Crouch?" I said, "Yeah." I thought, she thinks I'm Crouchy. What's the problem? Let's see how far we can get with this before the truth will out. But I was
I
disappointed.
didn't know you wore glasses.
No, exactly. I'm sort of off duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't wear them on the field. But
Do you think he'd have had a different career if he'd have worn glasses from the age of 5, like you?
this is one of the reasons I've not been a great footballer. Have you ever seen me doing any form of athletics or sport?
No.
Because I like to think I look quite elegant. I feel like I'm actually in control of it. But when I look back, if someone's videoed it, I look like one of those giant costumes in It's a Knockout. You know what I mean? Where the arms are flapping and they
false head.
just fall over.
No
and they-
real expression on their head. Yeah.
But one of the things I was disappointed at, I was looking at, because obviously around this time of the year there's lots of advertising because the footballers are all getting endorsements. And I was looking to see what each one were doing. And Wayne Rooney, he's got endorsement deals with Nike, with Nokia, Coca-Cola. Lampard, Pepsi and Adidas. Peter Crouch, you know what he's advertising?
Go on.
Pringles. It's not the coolest one, is it? Pringles. I mean, even the name Pringles. Really?
I know. It's sort of like an insult, isn't it?
It is.
Who's that Pringle? Is that... hold on.
Is that Crouchy?
No, it's Steve Merchant.
I I mean, I love Pringles,
Yeah.
and I'm pleased to see Crouchy's associated. But I was disappointed.
Don't bother mentioning Pringles, thinking you'll get some free Pringles, because he went on about Munches, and then we got another fucking sniff.
Well, true.
What do you think of that, Carl?
But are you a fan of Crouchy? You must be.
They're all much of a muchness. Honestly,
that's nonsense.
I didn't want to come in here and start talking about football. I'll watch it.
What do you mean you didn't want to come in here and talk? What a thing to say!
What?
Imagine Gary Lineker going, "Hello, welcome to BBC. I didn't want to be here today. Talk about football. Fed up. I've got better things to do."
No, but it's something you talk about. I mean, it's ridiculous coming in here talking about it before we've even kicked a ball. Who knows what's going to happen? If there's one thing that's good about it, it's that, innit? Not knowing.
Well, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand all this punditry, why we have a 3-hour build-up, then they talk about it half time, then they talk about it for half hour afterwards. I mean, for me, it's like, it's kick-off, who won? They did, 3-1. Alright, cheers, let's get on with work.
But also, we like the whinging after. We are, this country loves a moan. They love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Love a good moan. I don't know how we'd be if we won. We'd go, alright, what was he talking about?
Yeah.
See, back in 1966, people weren't as miserable.
No?
Okay, hang on. I'd like to hear this theory extrapolated.
Well, they weren't, were they? People were, the war had happened, like, not that long ago.
Right.
People getting on with it, 66, everyone's smart, you dressed up if you went out, they weren't on as much money.
The
Footballers. It was just a game of football. Whereas now, it's like all this build-up going on. Just get on with it. I'm sick of it, honestly. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it.
I'm with you. I do think it's ridiculous that there's a match and the programme before, it's like 2 hours before it and then an hour afterwards.
Well, that's just a shameless attempt to keep people. I mean, let's be honest. You and I have been guilty of being involved with that, haven't we? We've done various little skits and sketches in the past.
But that's fun. I mean, we do that for us, not for them.
Yeah.
I don't care whether people like it or not. I did it because it was fun. I dressed up you and a dwarf. The day doesn't get better than that.
Well, I was in a pub watching that year, and I'd forgotten that we'd done that, or at least that it was going to be shown that day. So I'm in this pub, it's crammed, obviously, and that comes on, the telly's on the big screen, and suddenly that's that sketch, right? A couple of things annoyed me. One, no one was paying attention. I was furious. I was thinking there's a couple of good-looking birds here. But at least I'm fucking look at that. Me in the sketch with Ricky Gervais and Warwick Davis. I'm playing Crouchy. No one, not paying attention. The few that were, not amused at all. Could not get. My mother, of course, famously said that's the funniest thing you've ever done, which we knocked off in about 20 minutes. No one in the pub seemed interested, and then a few people looked round, looked at me, looked at the screen, sort of shrugged, carried on going. Nothing. But also, kind of, it is embarrassing, that situation.
I was on a flight, internal flight in America, and on the internal flights, you don't get individual screens. They give you individual players, but there's also screens all down the aisle for people. Right, where Ghost Town was on.
Ooh.
Looked over, someone watching the extras, and I had to make sure that at no point did I glance up at the screen like he's watching himself, and make sure I flicked over whenever it came up The Office or extras.
Yeah, if I'm on the tube and I'm flipping through the paper, sometimes there'll be an interview with you that I'm not aware is going to be in the paper, and I have to flip on by because I don't want to bloke on the tube going, reading about your mate, are you?
Yeah, I
don't get enough of him, do you? Need to be reading, you know what I mean?
I know. Carl,
have you been recognised? Do you ever get recognised much?
Yeah, now and again, but I haven't done anything of any worth. Either it's almost like recognising a neighbour or something, because they sort of go, it's him, and then the other one might go, what's he do? Go, I don't know. It's not like I've done something
of any worth
yet.
Yeah.
None of us have done anything of any worth. It's all relative to the entertainment industry. Whatever you think of The Office, I'm very proud of it, but I haven't secured a bunker in enemy territory. I haven't given a kidney away. Do you know what I mean? It's all relative. It's just, did you entertain anyone? Did you, bring a smile to someone's face? Was it a laugh? I think you're forgetting all those emails I pass on to you for those people that have had traumas in their lives. The earthquake victim. There's people that have lost relatives or had, terrible life-threatening diseases, and they say the podcast got them through. Doesn't that warm the cockles of your heart?
Well, normally it's gone straight to you, hasn't it? And you just forward it me on, so it's almost like spam to me. It doesn't feel as special because it's like, here you go, look at this,
Unbelievable. I've got the new iPad. I've had it for a few months actually. It got sent to me by the inventor. That's who you're dealing with there, Steve.
Bloody hell.
You got it, aren't
Still
you?
getting free shit.
My favourite app on this is that you just type in what you want it to say, and it says it.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's good, that.
It's almost certainly what it was designed for.
Haven't seen that on the advert.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
That's great. She sounds like a Radio 4 news announcer
So what is that for?
for doing that.
Carl has got a head like a fucking orange. The cunt.
Yeah.
Did I mention his round head?
Good. Right then, so
I think I first became really excited by the World Cup that famous year when Maradona did the handball. Do you remember what was that? 1986.
86. Yeah.
Oh, that was so exciting because obviously he'd been so brilliant in that tournament, and then he did cheat, as we all know.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Do you remember that moment, Carl?
Well,
that was very formative for
I know
me.
what I made of it.
The cunt.
I don't know. Isn't cheating part of all games now?
Hang on, here we go.
hold
This is
on.
controversial. There's a lot of young people who look up to Carl as a role model.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the world we live in now, isn't it? It's get what you can, how you can.
But what's your feeling? Are you the sort of person? I mean, have you ever cheated in a game? Are you that sort of person?
I just think my dad does it a lot.
What, in board games and that?
Yeah, just cards, you know, Monopoly.
How does he cheat at Monopoly?
Just nicks a lot of the money.
I'll just straightforward nix the money. I hadn't thought of that. I love that.
But how do you not notice him doing it? He
Because
doesn't.
I'm
understand.
busy looking at, you know, what properties I've invested in and
Sure.
stuff, and the money's just there, isn't it?
See, I don't see the point of cheating.
No, I
at
don't. I
Monopoly.
say that to him. I say, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding. He's broke the system, hasn't he? He's got round the rules. What do you mean I can only have that much? Who says I can? Bosh. Get some more money, buy some more hotels. And in a way, that's life, innit? All people with loads of money now, you kind of go, have they made that honestly?
Right.
You know, I pass big houses in London and I think, gangsters, gotta be gangsters to have a house like that.
Yeah.
There's no way a normal job, someone who's... Because I know, I'm trying to make money. And I know how hard it is to make money. Because the more money you make, the more hands are out there, taking little bits. So how the hell has this man bought this house? It's got to be a crook. And
So
that's
do you yourself cheat? Would you consider yourself a cheater? Are you honourable?
in games.
Well, just generally, do you cheat on anything?
No, do you know what? The other week, I'd had a cup of tea and some fish and chips at this pub, and they only took for one. And I went back the next day and said, "Oh, you didn't charge me for the fish and chips."
What a fucking moron.
I paid. No, I didn't tell her about the tea though.
Got a free tea.
The free tea, yeah. I just thought, well, you know, it's pretty good that I've gone back to pay for that. How much is a tea bag? The water's free.
Yeah.
I'll have that for free. So that, again, that's just me. It's like the Mars bar and the paper round. It's me going, well, I've been good. The fish would have cost money. Potatoes are pretty cheap, but I'll pay for it. But for my goodness, as a little gift, have a free cup of tea.
But who's giving you the right to make that decision?
That's me. That's me. I'm deciding there.
Right.
I'm in charge. I didn't have to go in there. Didn't have to go back and pay. I went back and paid. Tell you what, Carl, treat yourself. How's that? Have the cup of tea. All right, I will do. There's the fish and chips. If she was good at her job, she'd have remembered. I thought she would have done. In a way, it annoyed me that she didn't go, "Oh yeah, so you did. Well done. Thank you very much for coming back."
Right.
She just was like, "Did you?"
Not
She
enough
looked at me.
gratitude. I know what you mean.
She looked at me like we didn't even know.
Yeah.
I was worrying about a staff member
Getting
sort
fired
of
or
getting
something.
done
Yeah.
or having to pay for it.
I know where you're coming at there.
One of my first disappointments with football, I was 10 years old, okay, and one of the teachers was in charge of the football team, my junior school, and I went down to Tutty's. It was a shop in Reading with my mum. So it's white socks, black shorts, white shirt. Knocked on his door. I said, "I've got my kit. You went with the trials yesterday. You missed it." That was it for a year, right? Next year, when the trials, got the trials, okay. He was going, "Everyone, I want to give it 100%. Right, really try hard. He's watching people play, right? I made sure that every time I ran by him, I was out of breath. like really trying. Every time I ran by him, he's sort of looking at me. I think, yeah, right. Came to it. He said, "The team is this. I'm left out." Right? He went past me, and he went, "You've clearly got asthma."
So you didn't make that team either?
Yeah, and I didn't, and I vowed that day never try hard at anything.
Yeah, well, you've certainly kept that up.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Carl?
Do you play sport at school?
A little bit, but it was never taken seriously at school. Anyway, it was. I think